And we're going to go back to green flag racing here with 7 laps remaining. Sadler up front. He's looking for Tony Stewart. He's got him. Danica Patrick's looking for the 88. Almirola's tucking under. On the high side, here comes Keselowski along with the 4, Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, the 88 goes
look out.
Just as you were saying, Andy.
A little bit of contact. Everybody gathers it back up, and we stay green. So the 22 is now pushed out into the front from assist from Kevin Harvick. Drops Sadler back to 3rd. And look at this mess a little bit further back. We're going to go 3 wide again.
All the cards on the table now with just a few laps to go.
It's Kyle Busch down low pushing Joey Logano as they are running in that 4th tandem group.
I'll tell you, Danica Patrick's got a strong race car. She's going to take this thing to the lead.
Yeah, she has the best shot at winning this race right now.
Another lead change, as you saw, Elliott Sadler with the help of Tony Stewart. On board with Danica, she's running 3rd. 31 lead changes, 4 away from the record with 5.5 laps to go.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter, does she have the patience to hang there for a minute and let things kind of play out, because they really don't want to make this move right at this point in time.
They have opened up some ground on the pack behind them. Right now, it's those 4 cars, and you can see the gap.
We're going to go by them.
5 to go, girl. 5 to go.
She's going to try the high side with Almirola.
Outside of them now. We're outside of them.
She's spotting for herself.
Well, she got those 2 separated. They're going to get a huge lead right here.
And they're going to get the push, and they're going to move into the lead.
Now,
listen to the crowd. Down the back straightaway.
More to go at the line. They're racing real hard.
Almirola giving her the push. Look at the gap. Next time by, 4 laps remaining, but here comes KHI. She's going to lead another lap. Lap number 13. Look at the fans.
yeah, I'm not sure it wasn't a plan for Elliott Sadler and Tony Stewart to drop back. I think they want to be coming forward here.
They're closing the gap. Here they come. Sadler takes them down low. Tony stays right on his bumper.
They got a little separation now with the 7 and 88.
Yeah, that could have been a little soon on Elliott's part, too. We'll have to see.
Now the question is, can they hold off the freight train that's coming on the high side? And the answer to that one will be no.
Yes, Mike Wallace and Justin Allgaier now hooked back up.
Now the 88 and 7 have gotten back together. This time by, we'll have 3 laps remaining. Sadler out in front. Remember, he's got a $100,000 bonus, not to mention the race win, if he can stay right there.
And probably the points lead to go on top of that.
Like Reed Sorensen got in the wall just a little bit.
Sorensen in that 32 on the high side. Down the back straightaway. Elliott Sadler. Here comes Danica Patrick and Eric Almirola. 72 races in the Nationwide Series. Since Sadler has won, he is the only one in the top 4 in the points that has not scored a win yet this year.
Got to do some serious blocking if he's going to win this race from Danica Patrick, though.
Now we've got 2 laps remaining. Here would be the point standings if it stays the same. Somehow I have a feeling it may not. Here comes Joey Logano with Kyle Busch down on the low side. Look out for lap traffic. They gave him just enough room.
You see Rusty Wallace's car is now just moving into the picture. They're making a move.
They get past Danica Patrick. They lost contact again, and they are getting passed by about 4 cars. Next time by, it'll be the white flag lap.
62 and 66 have a head of steam coming to the white flag here.
This could be the best finish RWI has had. Here comes the white flag.
They got to run.
They're going to separate those 2 right there.
1 lap to go. Down on the low side, it's a net with Stephen Wallace pushing. Neither one of them has ever won a nationwide race. Look out, Danica brushes the wall. They gather it back up. Sadler in trouble now as they broke apart. He and the 9 of Tony Stewart.
Logano and Kyle Busch to the lead.
On the high side, and all of a sudden, the Annette combination breaks apart. Here comes Reed Sorensen, and he could win the $100,000 bonus in the Nationwide Dash for Cash. Coming out of turn number 4, it looks like Joey Logano, who's been so good at pushing, may end up winning. Oh, crash in the back. At the stripe, the win goes to Logano, and look at the carnage behind. We have got one car on fire. There's what's left of McMurray.
So that was a big, big, hard crash. See parts laying everywhere. There's Mike Wallace. Got the winning it down.
2 races in a row for him to get crashed on the very last lap. On the restrictor
Same
plate.
thing.
Almirola was the car that was on fire. He gets out okay. There's Stephen Wallace, and he looks to be okay. That's what's left of Tony Stewart's car and Danica Patrick's. For Elliott Sadler, the disappointment has got to be immense. He led the most laps, 31. Not only does he not win the race, he doesn't win the $100,000 bonus. It's going to go to Reed Sorensen, who finished in 3rd. Joey Logano. In these plate races lately, he has been the man who has pushed people to victory. He finally gets his first victory this year.
Hell yeah, Daytona. Yes. Good job, awesome job.
4th time this season that a driver has led only 1 lap in the race and won it. The other 3 by the Turner Motorsports Group.
It feels good to do that again. Woo!
That's Joey's father, high above the fray as he's got the headset on. There's Tom. There's a better look at him. What a wild finish to what has been an unbelievable race. 35 lead changes. We tied the record. Tony and Eric talking it over, trying to dissect what happened. Let's run through the finishing order again for you. It was Logano with Jason Leffler having his best run of the year. There's Jamie McMurray disappointed. Sorensen finishes 3rd, wins the Dash for Cash. There's Elliott Sadler talking. Kyle Busch comes across in 4th. Allgaier in 5th. Annette 6th. Sadler 7th. Almirola 8th. Patrick 9th. And Stephen Wallace 10th. And here, let's see what happened on this last lap crash.
Well, that's all. That's just the last lap of a race. You can see Mike Wallace kind of got separated. He tried to block and pick up a little bit of air. He and Danica got together, and then that just created a big mess.
Hate seeing that many good race cars get torn up right at the finish. Heartbreaking.
And remember, for Joey Logano, as we take another look at it, he wins after starting at the rear of this field.
Yeah, and had to go back there again after having a spin on the backstretch and pitted too early. Had to go to the back of the pack then also.
There's another look at all the carnage, the flames on the 88. Let's go on board with Tony Stewart. Hold on.
Watch here now. Go outside here, outside.
I'm surprised the camera held on. Here's Danica's view. Those are the flames from Eric Almirola's car in front of her. Look at how it lit up the sky.
You are.
One more view, and watch the 01.
Yeah, this is where Mike Wallace goes up. Danica gets a little bit, and actually the 88 gets back into the left rear of Danica and turns her down into the 01.
so let's check in on some of the guys that were involved in this. Stephen Wallace is with Mike Massaro.
Yeah, he was in the middle of it, Marty. His car, in fact, came to rest on pit road. A heavy lick. What happened?
It was just a tough day. You know, me and Michael had a really good shot to win that race, and water temperatures kept climbing and climbing and climbing, and they got to 300, and I thought we had a shot to win that race, man. I just really wanted to win that thing for the Infinite Hero Foundation, all the Wounded Warriors and all that really bad, but we were close, and it's just the motor got hot and started blowing up going down the back stretch, and that's when me and Michael got disconnected, and then all hell broke loose going down the front stretch. It's just that style racing, but I want to thank 5 Hour Energy, Oakley, Infinite Hero, you know, all the Wounded Warriors, and we were close, man. It's just that motor got hot, and that was just, you know, the typical Daytona there at the end.
And you can hear the disappointment in Steven's voice, Marty. Had a good run going.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, all of a sudden, they were in the mix. They hadn't been there all day, and then all of a sudden, there they were, as another tough end to the night for Steven and Michael Annette. But a great end for the evening of Joey Logano. Let's send it to Dr. Jerry Punch.
Four times in the last 8 superspeedway races, Joey Logano has been the driver that pushed the eventual winner to victory lane, and today it is his turn. Joey, we talked about you being the pusher, and today the pushee. Congratulations on a fabulous win here. Take us through now what happened on that final lap. You came down for the white flag running 6th.
Woo! Yeah, it was, man, it just feels good to be on this side of it. You know, usually I've been second here the last few times, and man, it's Daytona. I'm pumped up right now. It's so cool. Got to thank Kyle, obviously, for pushing me. It's nice to be on the other side of the fence. You know, usually I'm the pusher and finish second every time. So to be on the other side here and get the win, man, this is great. Good job, Adam. Man, just got to thank Sport Clips. You know, GameStop's been on the car a lot this year. We want to get them a win, too, but this is just cool. I'm totally pumped up. Coca-Cola, obviously, big Coke weekend for them. We want to do good for them, too. So, man, I appreciate all the guys at the shop. It's a good race there at the end. I thank the fans. You know, coming down there at the end, they're watching the mirror. I'm like, man, never been in this position before. Usually I'm the guy second. And, you know, I was watching Kyle in the mirror and saw him go high, had to block him high. I know he was really looking out for the other 2-car group coming up behind us there. So, man, just feels good here.
Were you able to see what happened behind you as you came down for the checkered flag? See what happened with Kyle and the guys back behind you when they all went sideways up in the wall?
Yeah, I mean, I saw parts of it. I know I saw Kyle go high, and I went to block high, and it caught me in the right rear, and we started catching it up towards the fence. But it was just enough to get by in the start-finish line there. And I don't know if Kyle even hit the wall there or not. I hope he didn't, you know, but if not, we had 2 good cars that aren't tore up, and, you know, pretty pumped up.
All right, we'll show you the replay over here. If you take a look at here is the final lap you coming across here. You see you're trying to get by all this mess.
Oh, there's a big chunk behind us there. I didn't realize there's that much wreck there. But, yeah, I caught the end of that replay there. But, yeah, I mean, I was listening to Kyle Spotter, and I could hear him coming, you know, 6 back, 3 back, 2 back. And I'm like, there's my man. There you go. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I can hear him coming, and you know, both the spotters did good. Mark Robertson and Eddie DeHaan did a great job working with us together, and it took us a while to find each other throughout the race. You know, we're both just on 2 different strategies, both trying to figure out some different things, and once we find each other, it's like this every time. And we've been up there to front with me and Kyle find each other, so hope we can do the same thing tomorrow.
Teammates again. It took them 71 laps to get together, Marty. And from 40th to 1st, Joey Logano's first win here at Daytona.
And this 9th of his career in the Nationwide Series. The last one to come from the back of the pack back last October. Brad Keselowski at Gateway. And another big day for Danica Patrick. She comes home in 9th place. Shannon, let's talk to her.
Yeah, and despite that finish, big smiles, high fives when you jumped out of the car. First of all, what happened on that last lap?
Well, you know, got disconnected with about a lap and a half to go there, and dropped back to get Eric, and started pushing, and it looked like Mike Wallace was just not in. It would look like he was struggling. He was kind of high, and then he started drifting low, and then all of a sudden he came up high in front of me, and there was just nowhere to go. And yeah, it just looks like a bit of a cluster. So kept it straight. It kind of kept my foot in it too. I know it's probably not the right thing to do when there's a crash, but you know, I was going for broke in the GoDaddy car. I thought, you know, there wasn't much room out there for open lanes on the top, but I was taking them.
You sounded like you were having so much fun out there at one point. You worked with Tony Stewart. You worked with Eric Almirola. How would you describe this day?
I learned a lot, that's for sure. You know, I was glad I pushed a little because I was thinking, man, am I only good as a leader? But overall, it was a good day for the GoDaddy car. Guys did a good job on the stops and had a hell of a lot of fun.
All right. Heck of a lot of fun for Danica Patrick here at Daytona. A top 10 finish, guys, and she led 13 laps.
And one other thing we're checking is Kenny Wallace. He actually crossed the finish line on the grass. We'll find out exactly where he came across the line to try and figure out where he ends up in the running order as we see the donuts and the victory for the 20 of Joey Logano.
Subway Jalapeño 250 at Daytona is brought to you by Subway. Subway keeps Carl Edwards running all day. Subway, the official training restaurant of Carl Edwards. ChoiceHotels.com. It's your voice. It's your ChoiceHotels.com. Book today. And Craftsman, the official tools of NASCAR.
Well, another exciting finish here at Daytona International Speedway. And Reed Sorensen is a big winner tonight, not only lengthening his points lead to 9, he finishes third and picks up the $100,000 for winning the Dash for Cash. He's with Dave Burns.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Marty. Reed, your reaction to being $100,000 richer, at least some portion of that, and increasing your points lead.
Yeah, I was at the end. I tell you, I didn't know where we were going, but I trusted Jason, and man, I owe everything to him because he came back and got me there. We were stuck by ourselves for 20, 30 laps, and he helped me. And that was the plan before the race. And there, the last lap, I knew we had a big run just off of our RPMs. I couldn't see where we were going, but I knew we had a big run. And you know, I didn't even know to the finish if we won the Dash for Cash or where we finished or what was going on. So this is pretty awesome. First Dash for Cash I ever won, and for everything that Nationwide Insurance does to put out this much money for us to go after on top of trying to win the race is really neat. And just want to thank Dollar General for everything they've done for us this year. Great Clips car helping us out tonight was awesome, and just good teamwork with me and Jason, and made it through the wreck and had a huge run at the end. And I don't know how close he was to winning, but it had to be pretty close.
Last week's winner, $100,000 this week. I don't wonder what he does for an encore, Marty.
Just smile and enjoy it, that's all. Let's take another look at the finish, because remember we talked about Kenny Wallace. We can tell you everybody involved in the crash has been treated, released from the Kinfield Care Center. And they're right about the 38 almost winning this race.
Yeah, he had a huge run, and Kyle Busch had to go to the outside to block them, and then Logano thought that he had to block the 18.
Boy, if that start-finish line's down just a little farther, Leffler wins it.
The margin was 4/100ths of a second. Now, notice on the infield, plowing through there like a tractor, that's the 09 of Kenny Wallace, and he has now been placed in the 7th position. So now that moves Sadler down to 8th, Almirola to 9th, and Danica Patrick to 10th. And there you see him there, the 09 streaking across the line ahead of Sadler. So a good run for Kenny, as that's his second best finish of the year and his 6th top 10 of the year. Back here at Daytona International Speedway, we'll show you the ticket to the races. Here are the upcoming events on the NASCAR Nationwide Series. We'll be in Kentucky next weekend. Final thoughts, guys? Andy?
Well, I wasn't sure I liked this style of racing, but I changed my mind. I believe I like it a lot. I think this is great excitement, and you never know what's going to happen to the very, very end. So I've changed my mind. I think I like it a lot.
It was pretty incredible, and I thought we were seeing history. Man, I really thought Danica Patrick, after driving a fantastic race, was going to get the checkered flag first tonight, but it was a fantastic finish once again.
All right, let's send it down to Alan. Take us home, Mr. Bestwick.
Marty, thanks. We started the night with 4 Kevin Harvick Incorporated cars in the first 4 starting spots. We ended the night with
nothing.
All 4 of them wrecked.
All of Kevin's cars are destroyed. Even the backup car of Clint Boyer, that's 5 cars. They all had damage. I mean, Kevin's got to be not feeling too good right now.
And Joey Logano started last and led 1 lap, but he takes home the trophy as the winner of tonight's race.